Company and plenty goes to Castleal. In the summer season especially, and young forms flit about the stately tennis courts and croquet ground, and the lovely old gardens are promenaded, and the beautiful parterres wandered through, and the magnificent walks guarded by ash and beech and chestnut are bright with pretty women in pretty dresses, and men who ride and drive and cycle over to enjoy games and social converse, and have recherche tea on the lawn. So wrote Nanny Powell O'Donoghue in the Tuam Herald in 1910. Well, ash and beech and chestnut still guard the magnificent walks, but today the great white mansion, solid and square with many windows, is guarded and cared for by one man. For almost half a century, Micheal Keanyet has been man of Castleal.
The Lamberts originally came from Normandy, and to trace the history back to 700 AD. I think he was a major general in his army, and for services rendered to Cromwell, he gave them, instead of giving them a pension, he gave them property in East Galway, and three of the Lamberts built houses in East Galway: Castleal, Castle Lambert, and Agard, and this is I think Agard is still there, but this is the most important house that they've had, still left here. As I was saying, in 1875, when there was a big upgrade that came into money, a big upgrade. So the water supply is very, very important. So the water table is very, very low here. So that dig down to the rock and about 10 meters, and then put in a pump, reciprocating pump. It was operated by a pony going around in a circle, and as soon as the tank up in the roof was filled, the water would overflow onto the stone outside, and it said the pony then to stop walking. His job was done. The wall garden as well. Then around 1875, it appears from the ordnance maps that that was extended at that time, and the walls probably raised a bit higher. Pear trees and the apple trees that were planted there then, they came into maturity at different times, so that didn't all come together, you know. It was well planned, and the only one entrance then was the vehicular entrance, and the lady of the house then, she would walk out the front door, and there's special paths for her into a doorway and the wall garden, and that doorway is still there. And then at some stage then they stripped the stone from the courtyard. It was a cut stone courtyard. Took them 7 years to build it, and it was one of the three finest courtyards in the whole of Ireland, like, you know. And it was faced with cut stone, and the cut stone could be easily salvaged and taken elsewhere. It was a crime at the time, like, but I often say if the place was any better, I couldn't afford to buy it. No. The secret garden is sort of it seems to be a bit of a folly, and that professor was asking me about the origin, and I said to him, well, when they were building this house, they had to go down to solid rock, which is about 3 meters deep, and then all the spoil for them put in the foundation, they had to spread it out and made a croquet lawn and a bowling green, and then they must have more spoil left over, and then they started building this folly, which is it's a lovely sort of a secret place to go, and you know, the place is quiet enough, like, but it'll be quieter down there, like, like a place of meditation or reflecting on life. 1974, I saw a tiny little advertisement in the Connaught Tribune, a semi-derelict house for sale with 9 acres in Athenry area, you know. So the public auction, Land Commission had a public auction on the front doorstep, and I had a meeting in Galway that I couldn't attend, so I asked a friend of mine, David Mullins, to go out and make a bid on it. So I couldn't believe it. The next day they told me the place bought. So I thought I had hope and hell to get it, but the fact was so run down anyway. You see, there wouldn't be that many people who would have the courage and the vision. You know, I was a bit half mad. People thought I was half mad, and some of them still do. Like, you know. I was young and energetic, and I had no fear. You know, like once you come in that gate, once you come into the front gate or the back gate, you go back 200 years. Like, there's very little change. You know that, and there's a great hunger in people for that sort of thing now. I mean, the whole world's gone sort of to tremendous sameness, gone airports and motorways and people rushing here and rushing there. Like, it's very important to come into a place and sort of recreation. Just listen to the birds singing and see the wild flowers growing without let or hindrance, year after year. And this is part of my canvas, the big canvas, and a custodian of places like this, and in Galway with the waterways of Galway. I kept business things alive, so that the next generation can sort of build on that. But what I got involved in, like with this house, and when I took it over in 1974, I couldn't imagine I'd be sitting down here now a long time later, you see, and I'd have great visions for the house. I'd have great visions for the countryside and the landscape, and I'd have very strong visions on Galway. And it's something that I was involved in most of my life, engineering life in Galway, carrying out different roles. And a comfort zone out here is a workhouse. And it's therapeutic to me because I love what I do, and once I come in those gates, I'm gone back 200 years. You know, lifestyle, it's pretty untouched since in that period of time, with the avenue and the front and back avenue and the old house and the mature trees and all the wildlife out here. Like, you know, it's just incredible. Like, you know.